Hello guys, this is Akhil again. Today we are going to learn how to create a workflow and how to assign it. So let's start. To create a workflow, we have to go into a transaction called manage org because it is a non-MDF object. Workflow is a non-MDF object, so we'll use manage org. This is the transaction code: manage organization, pay and job structure. So here, when we are creating a new, let's check workflow. Okay, so here we'll see one by one what is the fields, what are what are the uses of that field and what it meant to be. Okay, so workflow ID, give any ID. I'll give it as AK underscore WF1. Okay, this is my workflow ID. Name, you can give it any name. I am just creating a workflow for any new position created, so I'll give it as new position. Okay, description, you can write the description, what exactly you are creating it for. And reminding days is like whenever the workflow is assigned, this is to remind that the workflow is pending. So minimum days can be 5 or 10 depending upon the requirement. You can keep it. And is delegate supported. Delegation is nothing but forwarding, so we'll see it in the next videos what exactly it is. So alternate workflow at this moment it's not required. So escalation, if the workflow is not approved within the reminded days also, then you can assign it to some other department or some other role. So likewise pay change, and if at all this is also not like this department did not approve it, then you can go to redirect CC user to workflow approval page, yes or no. You can keep it like that. At this moment we are not touching it because this is not required, so we simply leave it. Okay, so what we have filled is workflow ID, name, description, you know it. Reminding days is like 10 days it could be reminding, like within 10 days it will be reminding you this workflow is pending, this workflow is pending. So is delegated on, we'll check it. By the end of the video I'll give you a proper information about what is delegate and alternate workflow. At this moment we are not in need of it. It is not required at this moment. So these are the steps which a workflow consists of, and these are the three main steps. First is approver type. Normally, like approver type, we have something called as role, dynamic group, position relationship. So normally I'll take example of a role and explain you, and then I'll take a dynamic group as well. Let's take dynamic group first. Dynamic group. So for this we need to create a dynamic group of people who should approve this workflow. Okay, for that we need to go to another transaction called as okay, let's close this. Okay, this is not okay, this is done. Another transaction called as manage workflow groups. Okay, so get it. So here I've created one I've created recently this tag AK, that is tag talent acquisition group. So we'll create one more just to have an idea how to create it as well. So I'll take it as tag underscore what we are doing it, new position, right? New position. Okay, in this group, choose group members. Who are the group members you want for the approval? Among this group, if you're giving like multiple number of people like say 2 or more, then any one of the person from that particular group, if he approves, the entire workflow is approved. Okay, so here you take it as user, then it comes as user is equal to, let's select anybody with the name. I'll take as Alex. Okay, Alex Flowers. Okay, I've taken it as, add one more, equal to, I'll take it as Sanjeev. Anybody named Sanjeev? I don't think so. Okay, SA, we'll select from this. You can select depending upon the requirement. You will know it. Sajeev Kumar. Okay, I'll select Sajeev Kumar, and one more will take as Emily Clark. Okay, so done. So we have created a group with the name tag underscore new position. Okay, so it is going to reflect here. Then go to the workflow thing. Before any change has to be reflected, you have to reload the current page. So reloading it. So what we are creating here, workflow, right? So workflow AK underscore workflow 1, as we discussed previously. It is as new position. Name would be new position. So I have explained you already this, so I am not going to touch it once again. So this is the approver part. Approver part will take it as dynamic group because we have created one group here. So among this, check the name what you have created. We have created as tag what? New position. In this tag new position group, we have 3 members. Okay, so let's do next. Edit transaction. Edit transaction is the workflow can be edited with a root change. The approver can do it. So these are the options: edit with root change, edit without root change, edit attachment only. So we'll consider as edit with root change. No approver behavior. What is this no approver behavior? If this I'll explain when we are creating a row. Okay, so this is normally done. Relation to approver, when we do the role part, we'll get this relation to approver. Respect permissions, like whether we are giving permission to check the workflow or no, we can do it here. Okay, we'll keep it as yes or no, but for every workflow, if we keep it as yes, it would be a tedious job, so normally we keep it as no. So workflow email configuration, this part we'll cover it in the later videos when we cover the email configuration part. Normally this is the type of leave or type of approval that you want. Normally this is for leave. Maternity leave is already mentioned here, so depending upon the need, we'll select it. Next, step 2 will take it as role. Okay, role. This is also a main important thing that you need to understand. That is the reason I'm taking it as a dynamic group, and one more thing as role. Approver role. For whom you are sending it for approval? The manager. Context, source and target. Source and target is normally when we go on an on-site. If your base location is Hyderabad, you're going to UK or US for the project's sake. At that base location, you will have a project. You will have a manager, right? That manager is considered to be as a target manager, and the base location manager is considered as a source. Okay. Normally here I'm taking it as source. Edit, same thing. Edit with root change or edit without root change. Normally we'll take it as edit root change. No approver behavior. If there is no manager, then skip this step. Skip this step. Move on. Okay. Relation to approver, always manager is employee, right? It can be an employee. If you are taking it as self, then it is an initiator. Respect permissions, yes or no, you understood it. Okay, this is the part. Next, approver type. Contributor. Contributor is just like an audience. You can only comment, cannot do nothing more than that. You just have the permission to view the workflow and comment on that. So here he is not going to give you any what do you say, like approvals or anything. So we'll take it as person can be anyone, like you take a name of David. We have somebody called as David. No, we'll take it as some other name like Alex only. Just hold on, it's taking a bit of time to give all these things. Okay, Alex Hall would be the contributor, is an HR project manager. Okay, next CC, we can type your own email ID, external email ID, so that we can get this like whether the workflow is approved or not, whatever the approval you are seeking, whether you got it or not. So mention your what do you say email ID over there. I'm typing a random email ID. Okay, so we have almost set up our workflow. So what all the things we have done? We have given the name, we have given the workflow ID. With this workflow ID, we will associate with the MDF object what we need to get approval for. Okay, so let's save this. Okay, it got saved. So normally we have created a workflow for new position, right? So this is all about position. Then we need to go to, for position we need to go to configure object definition. If somebody doesn't know how to create a position, I have a previous video where I have created a position and what are the fields involved in the position. I have explained it very clearly. You can go through it. Okay, so we have got into, we went into the transaction configure object definition, where we have to select object definition and here position. Okay, position. Got it? So these are the fields. Go to take action, make correction. Here we have to assign our workflow. We are not writing any business rule, so we can assign our workflow in the field called workflow routing. See, workflow routing. Here you select the name what you have given. What we have given is AK underscore new position. This one we have created, right? New position AK everyone. Then come down straight away and save your thing. Okay. This is how you associate a workflow. So now let us check whether the workflow is getting triggered or not. For that we need to go to manage data, or you can go to manage position also, no problem, because we have created the workflow for new position, right? So manage position or manage data. Here we are position, select position, and in the previous video we have created a position called senior manager. This is a transaction, like this is the ID for that. So I am reopening that particular position what we have created. See, this is a position we have created. Okay, so if you are making any correction to this thing, make correction, like for change we have taken as a new position, or we can change the job title and everything. Not you make any change in any of the field, then the workflow should get triggered. So we have changed it and we are saving it. Okay, what we got? Workflow participation, change position, workflow. View the workflow. See, under approvers we have created something called as, what we have created, we have created a group with 3 users. One is Sajeev Kumar, Alex Flowers, and Emily Clark. Okay, and role Charles Brown, role manager. This is a manager. Okay, then contributor. Contributor is HR project manager Alex Hall, and CC role is the mail ID. Got it? Confirm. Or else you just okay, you can. So we have to get the approvals. Because this is a demo system, I can do it from here. So how we gonna do it? I'll show it just a minute. Okay, this is approvals, right? So confirm, proxy, like taking a bit of time. You cannot make any more changes to the record until the pending workflow request has been approved or rejected. Reach out to the workflow approver to take appropriate action. So this we got it because the workflow is not approved. So we'll one by one go to that fields. We'll proxy this system to any one of the Sajeev Kumar. This is the one person who is present in the group and is eligible to approve, right? I'll show you how the screen will appear in front of them for approval. Proxy is nothing but from your profile you can access somebody's profile. See, this is Sajeev Kumar. See, Ananya Singh, this is my ID from there on behalf of Sajeev Kumar. So here there is a approve request. Click on this. See, change position, number is same. So let's check change position. What is the position? Okay, see, change position. These are the things. And who initiated it? Initiated by Ananya Singh. That's me. And it has to get the approval. Okay, we'll do it. Okay, see, this is Sajeev Kumar. We need to click on approve. Okay, the workflow is approved. Let's check the remaining ones. I told you, right, any one of the group is enough to approve it. Rest of them they don't require to approve at this moment. So let's check whether they have the similar approval or they don't have that. Because once the approve is done in one of the person present in the group, the rest they don't get the approval request at all. Okay, so we'll go and check proxy now. One more person was Alex Flower, right? Alex Flower. Okay. So this is the Alex Flowers dashboard. Okay, do you see any approve request? Okay, no, right? But if we did not approve, like Sajeev Kumar did not approve that request, then Alex would have had that approval request tile in his dashboard. You understood? Any one of the group, we have created a group of 3. Any one of them can approve, and if one is approved, the rest they don't require to approve. One is enough. Got my point? Okay. Next, check the role. We have given something called as role as well, right? Role manager. We'll check that. So now we need to log in as Charles Brown and give the approval, right? Proxy now as Charles. You got it right? He is a manager because we have taken step 1 as group, like dynamic group, and step 2 as role. Role, he has to get an approval from his manager, and his manager is Charles Brown. Okay. So here Charles Brown will have that approval sheet, approve request sheet. Sorry, tile. Okay, we got this approve request tile. Check what is exactly the request he is having. That is change position. You remember this number? This is the ID for senior management. What we have created, the position 300-1013. So go into it. Click on change position. Let's check what exactly his workflow is all about. See, this is normally. See, we have approved Sajeev Kumar. Sajeev Kumar has approved it. Okay, so no need for the rest of the 2 which are present in the group to approve it, because they will not get the approval. Once it is done, it is done. Okay. Next, this is Charles Brown has to give the approval. This is also approved. Okay. So workflow has been approved. So let's go and check. Just need to check. Manage data. This is where position and 300-101. This one. Okay. So previously this record was not, we are not able to save because the workflow is not approved. Once it is approved, it got saved. Okay. So here try to make any change, any correction. See, normally if we remove this senior manager to senior manager, okay, try to save this. That is not coming. Senior manager, come down and save. It will trigger the workflow. Got it? But in real time we don't require this kind of things. Okay, normally we do we only require something. I'll give you a scenario. I'll talk about a lot of scenarios in the coming videos, but I'm giving you a general scenario now. Like here we take the field change reason only when a position has a new position. When we create a new position, that time only the workflow has to be triggered. Rest all the things it should not trigger. Okay, this is a query. This is a real-time thing. The rest of the things should not be triggered. So for that we need to use a concept called as business rules. Okay, so let's see how it is done. We'll check only when we give change reason as a new position, then only the workflow has to be triggered. Otherwise the workflow should not trigger. Okay, got it. So let's go to a transaction ID called configure business rules. Configure business rules. Okay. So we are creating a new rule. Add a new rule. This is a symbol where we add a new rule, and go to basic and give a rule name. We are creating a rule that is underscore new 1. Okay, and start date should always be 01/01/1900, and the base object on which object you are creating the rule, that is position object, we are creating the rule. Okay, select position, continue. What we are trying to do here is like whenever we are creating a position, new position, where the change reason is new position, then only the workflow what we have created should be triggered. Otherwise, it should not get triggered, right? So go to if position change reason is equal to value new position, then set, there is a function called as workflow, that is wf config is workflow configuration is equal to the workflow what we have created, that is ak underscore, this is a workflow we have created, right? Workflow. Okay, let's save. Now we have created a business rule according to which the workflow has to be triggered, but we need to assign this business rule at some place where it gets triggered. So let's go to that place. For that we need to go to a transaction called as configure object definitions. Okay, select object definition here. In this we have something, what is the object that we are looking for is position, right? So position, select position from here. Where is position? Yes, position. Okay, now make correction. First, if you are writing a business rule and want to trigger the workflow using a business rule, then take away the workflow what you have created here. Got it? Then go down, and we have something called as rules. Initialize rules, validate rule, and save rule. Under save rule, click on this thing, and what are the rules we have created? What is the rule we have created? Is AK new one, right? Click on this and save. So what we have done? We have created a business rule. According to that rule, only our workflow should get triggered. What is that thing we are looking? Whenever a position is created, new position is created, then only the workflow should trigger. If you are changing any field name or anything, that time the workflow should not get triggered. So let's check. Where we need to check? Always manage data or manage position. Both we can use here. Okay, manage data. First, I'll show you the changes. Like the existing one will change something, then we'll see whether the workflow is getting triggered or not. Because in the previously when we have done that, the workflow is getting triggered. Now we have created a business rule such that if we change any of the field rather than the change reason like new position, other than that everything should go smoothly and the record should be saved. Okay, so position, and this one is normally 301 what we have created. This is the one we have created. Okay, take action, make correction, check. Now I've changed reason. Let's change this. Change reason to update position, or change this to senior manager. Okay, we have changed, right? We have done two changes. Let's go and save it and check whether it is triggering the workflow or it is getting saved. What it is then? It is successfully saved. because we have created a business rule. On that condition only the workflow should get triggered. So let's check that condition whether it is working. Same thing, you can make change, and on what we have created that rule on change reason. So make it to new position and try to save it. It should trigger the workflow, right? Got it? It has triggered the workflow. Go into that, use the proxy or anything. Normally in real time we won't do it. It will go to the concerned group or concerned person for approval. Once the approval is done, we are able to save the record. Hope you understood how to create a workflow and how to attach it and how to use a business rule. What is dynamic group? What is a role? So if you like it, please do share, comment and subscribe. Thanks a lot, guys.